What's up? Welcome to Screen Fiend, and this is the Halloween movie review. And let's talk about it. Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. Judy Greer is in this film. Directed partially, or produced by Danny McBride, East Bay and Down. It's got some weird humor in it. And it has some great climatic shots in the film. Some of the things were related to the first Halloween. And this film is the exact sequel. Like, this is it. This is the true sequel to the Halloween movie. They just erased H2O, Halloween 2, which I loved. To me, that was more terrifying because it was in a hospital. They wiped all of that out and followed with this film 40 years later. Michael strategically making an attack to come back 40 years later, which is kind of like H2O. How he came back 20 years later, strategically planned to break out 20 years ago. Now, the way it was shot, seeing Michael old like that, was, letting people know that Michael aged, his body aged, while he was patiently waiting. He's an old guy, but even though he's old, he's still powerful. And he was waiting for this march, and these two irrelevant journalists or whatever who's trying to interview Michael Myers and get information about Michael, they were there to speed along the story. They were like, let's speed along this story. Let's try to get everybody caught up to her having post-traumatic stress. The fact that she had 2 divorces. And you can see Jamie Lee Curtis, this is probably her best performance in a Halloween movie since the first one. I mean, even as much as her character, we really didn't know too much about her in the first Halloween. Here, she was able to have a personality, a character flaw that carried the film. And this movie was like a tale of 2 halves. First half of the movie was vintage Halloween. You're not seeing too much murder or mayhem. You're kind of following the story and the haunting of it, which they didn't show you a lot. You were able to feel that presence of somebody could be in the house. Like, there's a murder or somebody in the house and you're stumbling across bodies. You had that kind of feel to it, where you were in a ball of a knot, not knowing which way this thing was going to turn. Then you had a situation in which you're looking around and you're like, what's going to happen here? Which direction are they going? And Michael Myers had a pretty much back end, like what drives him. Still a lot of mystery, in other words. Like, the direction of the film kind of left a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor that they could have really used and they could have utilized and made it a very good film all the way through. I think they abandoned a little bit of it and made it more of, okay, how are we going to have Michael do this kill? or let's have this annoying guy gets killed. And they kind of used Jurassic World like thing they had in Jurassic World. That was used. It was a cool scene, but I've seen it. Then the comedic factor, you know, with the kid, I kind of didn't like it. It was kind of forced a little bit, especially with a situation that gravitating. I just felt it was a little bit too much for the scene. Well, my rating is 2.5 stars out of 4 for this Halloween. I didn't like the ending at all. I felt it was very stupid, very dumb, and that's why I think the movie lost me. The final act was just, to me, not gratifying. The direction seemed like they're going in the direction that the other movies went into, and I'm like, this is where you're going to start to lose me. Now, they're going to continue this with a Halloween 2 and a Halloween 3. I don't know, but it's like, how many times are you going to run this storyline, you know? So, I don't know. Just thinking about the film, I don't want to say too much that I could end up ruining it, but I would, if I had to rank it, I would say it's probably the 3rd best Halloween movie there's been, or maybe the 4th. I would still rank the first Halloween, then Halloween 2. I would say it's better than the Rob Zombie Halloween. H2O. I think it's better than H2O. How H2O had a better ending. But that's interesting. Where would I rank this film? That is very interesting. I'm having a hard time with that right now. Because I'm trying to, in my brain, pick where would I rank it. Very interesting. But right now, that'll be something for another day. But on my initial review, I'll go back and watch it again. It will scare some people, don't believe me. There's some cringing moments early on in that film. It's just not what I thought it was going to be. But there's so many places they can go with this film. But I'm out.